skip that. We're going to have 6 people join them in the fall, but these 2 are already in.
All right, here we go.
McHugh opens up with the giant miner deck that we saw earlier. Oxalate has the P.E.K.K.A. Battle Ram control deck. I'm seeing a P.E.K.K.A. against a giant. This looks like it might be favorable to Oxalate.
This is the 4th game in a row Oxalate has played this deck against McHugh.
He heard McHugh. He said you play with deck you're comfortable with. He's like, all right.
All right, I'll do that.
Every time.
I'll do that, no problem.
You're right. I wonder now if McHugh is. I wonder if McHugh knew that and is bringing something that he thinks is going to match up well.
Oh no! The bandits collided at the bridge. The giant was supposed to come down and tank the bandit, but Oxalate.
Yeah. And unfortunately, and the miner didn't turn around the baby dragon. What would have been nice if the baby dragon turns and fights the miner, those minions maybe could have killed that baby dragon. Not the case. Now we've got P.E.K.K.A. Battle Ram coming in. Night Witch is going to get 1 hit. Scoop that, not quite.
The Battle Ram's going straight to the tower. The bats are going to come probably clean up the P.E.K.K.A. right here, but the Barbarians are doing some good damage. The log is forced to be played from CMQ, and Oxalate already has the tower down to just about triple digits.
And now it is. The bandit gets in for a little bit of damage there. Oxalate's got to be feeling comfortable. He's got 1,000 damage lead over his opponent. He's got the match lead over his opponent. You know, he can afford to give up more games than McHugh can. I think if he can play this one to a victory. No, of course not. But I think if he can just
want to lose?
Settle down, you reset right here. We're both hitting 10 elixir. You go, all right, I have the lead. I'm ahead. I've got a good deck matchup too because he knows that it's a P.E.K.K.A. versus a giant deck. So if he can just keep it together and not overcommit on elixir, I think he can march to victory.
Yeah, here comes the P.E.K.K.A. again to defend the giant. Poison coming out from CMQ. Might clean up the Night Witch, but the bats are also going to come and get a couple hits onto those minions in a massive push coming from Oxalate. The P.E.K.K.A. is there. It one-shots. The log is going to have to come down. The Night Witch falls. The Battle Ram is there. It's going to charge onto the tower when the bats are there. And Oxalate is going to take the tower going into double elixir.
Woo! And now we're in double elixir time. Now here's the thing. McHugh's deck does operate really well in double elixir, specifically because he can split push with it. Oh no, Bandit in front of the giant. That might have been a mistake.
Uh-oh. Night Witch is going to come down. The Bandit's going to charge onto it. Night Witch Bandit should be able to stop this giant, but the Poison's going to come down on defense from Oxalate to clean up the minions, and that giant is getting nowhere close to the tower.
Oxalate's given the good game early. McHugh agrees. There is no real way for you to kill a nearly 2,000 health tower when your opponent has more elixir, has a pump out, and is playing purely defensive. Oxalate doesn't have to do anything unless McHugh is attacking it.
And has the P.E.K.K.A. versus giant.
Yeah.
So like 5 shots a giant.
Yeah. And of course can counterattack really well. That tower's going to go in 1,500, but Oxalate's just running out the clock. 10 seconds left until he takes the first game of this finals match.
There will be 2 games, potentially. Potentially.
If Oxalate,
can't stress that enough.
Yes.
That stand in the way of Oxalate claiming the victor.
He needs to win 2 more games out of this best-of-5 series.
Yes, so game 1 is going to be going to Oxalate.
Like a battle ram, you're like, whoops, I'm done.
Oh, baby.
We've got a giant skeleton here in the finals. If Oxalate wins this game with giant skeleton, I will do a backflip. That's going to be crazy.
I would love to see that.
I can't. Giant skeleton, Oxalate told me, is very good against Golem and other tank decks. Maybe he expected McHugh to play another giant deck, but didn't quite work out.
Or even 3 Musketeers, maybe?
I think McHugh has a... Oh, that's a good point, yeah. I think McHugh actually has a better matchup, though, in this deck. He's got that fast cycle graveyard deck. You know what's not helping you in this matchup is like Giant Skeleton. And Electro Wizard's not even great against defending a graveyard either. It's okay, but it's not amazing.
Oxalate's main goal with this, in this kind of matchup, might be pressure so much that the Giant Skeleton actually makes CMQ sweat. No damage!
Wow, defensive poison could not have gone any better. Get the archers there chipping in as well.
Wow.
That defensive poison went really well, but we are in a graveyard mirror match. We've talked all day about the defensive poisons and how that can sort of shake out. The nice thing is that I don't think Oxalate really needs to use his graveyard or his giant skeleton until we're in double elixir time. You see those are the last 2 cards he hasn't played.
Yeah, and honestly, wouldn't be surprised if he waited until double elixir time.
That's what I mean, yeah, like you don't have to. Because if you're going to play the giant skeleton, you're only down to 4 elixir. You want double elixir time to recover your elixir and be able to defend a little better.
Yeah, here comes the push here. Electro Wizard to stop the Ice Golem at the bridge, like we were talking about. So now the tower is going to be focused onto the graveyard. and the archers are in the back helping clean that up, and only receives like 3 hits. Electro Wizard's tanking. Here comes a graveyard. Now Cmc's turn to defend with archers.
And neither of them want to use their poison on offense. How weird is this? Both of these graveyards are hardly doing anything because both players are leaning on just like, I'll cast the graveyard. The other person casts archers, and you're just like, all right, that's fine.
Yeah, let it happen.
Yeah.
So there's really no damage dealt. Double elixir coming in. Cmc looking to get another push going in. Again, Electro. Oh, the tower focuses onto it. Defensive poison, offensive poison coming out. And this might get a little bit of damage for Cmc here.
Yeah, there's some skeletons getting. He didn't get as fortunate. The archers have really been the key for both players. If they can get the archers out and dodge the poison, they feel much, much more comfortable. I actually think that's why Oxalate's playing the archers right now, is because he knows he can cycle back to archers on the counterattack. So he's played 1, 2, 3 cards now since the archers. If he plays one more card, he'll be able to play archers again on defense.
Here's the poison. The log is going to come out and take care of the archers in the back, and Oxalate got some really good damage there.
I think he's getting a read on each other's deck that neither of them can really defend archers that well. They've got log doesn't kill it. They got poison, but you want to use poison. Oh, there goes the poison on Oxalate's cycled archers.
Yeah, and then we see the ice golem coming down to defend even again. Oh, that one skeleton almost went to the king tower, but... So Oxalate does have a tiny lead, nothing too crazy. Here comes the giant skeleton, and the graveyard's going to come out. The tombstone's going to pull the giant skeleton. Archers get down in the back, so does the ice golem. And expect to see a poison coming out onto those archers. The giant skeleton is going to live for quite some time. Log coming out to clean out some of the skeletons from the graveyard, and this giant skeleton is going nowhere.
Exceptional defense there, and yet he still took a bunch of damage. Now here we are, we're gonna another counterattack coming in. Can McHugh tie up the damage? If not, he's gonna start falling behind on tempo, and Oxalate can kind of put the boot on the throat and keep attacking, knowing that he'll win first.
And here comes the attack. Ice Golem, Graveyard, Tombstone placed defensively. The poison's going to come down, the log is going to come out, but a lot of skeletons are building up here. One more skeleton gets a hit, and Oxalate takes game number 2.
1 game away from being the North American champion, taking the title from Backstab, his clanmate.
Versus Oxalate to 5-4 versus Oxalate.
Here we go, we've got P.E.K.K.A. Battle Ram again. We've got Miner
2.9.
And McHugh, we mentioned earlier that he was the most common person to play this in the round robin phase. We haven't seen it at all today. McHugh with his back against the line. He's like, you know, I'm either winning or I'm going out. And darn it, I'm doing it with my favorite deck.
Yeah, Cmc, like I said earlier, once he's in these pressure situations, he tends to fall back to log bait or Miner control.
Yep.
These are his comfort decks. So let's see how Oxalate does against Cmc's most comfortable deck.
And that Battle Ram is
the
going
poison.
to connect. No,
the log is going to come out, but still a pretty valuable poison. He took down the Electro Wizard.
Yep.
He got some damage onto the Knight. The Baby Dragon might be able to finish off the Knight. If not, the Tower will be able to, and the Tower does. And he got some damage on the Tower, so
yeah,
that was...
all else
good
considered, I think it's pretty decent defense.
Ox.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
It wasn't too bad.
I mean, when you consider that he took 500 damage, but 240 of it came from the poison, it's fine. Yeah. Okay, we got a pump out for Oxalate. Now, in any of these matchups, like if you're McHugh, you have to go in right now to try to fight this because you just can't let the elixir collectors build up. You have to at least poison it, and it's usually a good opportunity to go with the miners.
That's one of the things Cmc does so well. He miners, and he makes his opponent think he's going for the pump, but he's just going for the tower and let the poison do the damage to the pump.
Because as long as you poison it, you're fine. Like, you came out ahead, or the elixir collector gets 1 pump on you, basically, over the cost, but it's not
Cmc wasted an ice bear right there. 1 elixir, but...
it adds up. I mean,
every
elixir
adds up, yeah. Baby Dragon going to come down. Electro Wizard is going to stun that Baby Dragon. Log coming back, make sure that Knight doesn't get anywhere near the tower. Baby Dragon should be able to finish off the Electro Wizard. Battle Ram going to be coming in here. Cmc does not have the Ice Spirit. He might have it right now. Yep, there it is, back in rotation, but the poison takes it! Oh, the Battle Ram! Oxalate gives a fist bump!
That might be a $15,000 Battle Ram full frontage!
Wow! The Ice Spirit got hit by the Baby Dragon, and the poison one-ticked it, and the Battle Ram was able to connect. The Night Witch defending the Knight at the bridge. And this match is looking very much in favor of Oxalate right now.
So close, the pump comes down. Can McHugh punish it? Doesn't have the graveyard or any big thing. He's got to go in with just the split push here. He gets in on there, the Battle Ram comes down, but hits nothing. Oxalate is starting a Battle Ram push, trying to take down that triple-digit tower.
Yeah, the Ice Spirit's going to jump onto it. The Skeletons will come down. Should be able to clean up the Battle Ram. No problem right there. The Skeletons will chip enough. Here comes the P.E.K.K.A.
And that's something that, if you are Oxalate, you're making a big risk here. There is an Inferno Tower in McHugh's deck. This Inferno Tower is going to be very hard for you to deal with, but you only have a little bit of damage you need to do in order to take this game.
Yeah, the poison's going to come down. Bandit will take care of the miner in the back. Baby Dragon's going to come out. The P.E.K.K.A.'s going to get melted by the Inferno Tower.
Yeah.
Poison's going to come down and just chip away.
There's no Inferno Tower. Here's the battle ramp. Bandits charging in.
E-Wiz comes down. Log
This
comes
could
out.
be it.
The Inferno Tower comes down to tank. Baby Dragon. Barbarians are on the tower. Barbarians
We're
are
in
going to walk up to
overtime.
the tower.
This tower goes down. Oxalate's the champion.
160, the Baby Dragon splashes.
He's splashing
again.
Oxalate
Oxalate claims the victory.
Oxalate
He
is
sweeps.
your North American champion.
The North American crown remains in Hollywood Hammers.
Wow! Incredible game. We got handshakes. McHugh takes it, leaves the stage. Oxalate is the only person left standing in this spring season finals with a 3-0 sweep over the #1 player, the #1 seed.
Oh
He
my
takes the championship.
All right, Oxalate, well, you're our champion, man. Take it. Take your trophy. You've earned it, man.